Morning. Hello and welcome to Spelling with Jules. Hello, Ronan. Hello, Sasha. Hello, Stephen. I can see you've already got your numbers in there for number 30 for Sasha and number Stephen for 20. Stephen is number 25. So I definitely have got those. Sasha is eating honey and glazed ham Pringles. Very nice. I am drinking water. Trying to reduce my coffee intake because I go a bit buzzy. How is everybody today? Yeah, check in. It's Friday. I feel quite tired. We've had a very busy day at work, so I'm looking forward to my weekend, and very aware that we've only got 2 more weeks left of term, which is quite tricky. We have only, as well, because we are on lesson 56 and we go up to lesson 60. So we've only got 4 more lessons after this. So we will have a lesson on Monday next week. Tuesday, I'm out interviewing all day, so I won't be around on Tuesday. Wednesday, we will have a lesson, so that's 2. And Thursday and Friday. So I think we should be able to finish our lessons off next week. So, yes, I will feel quite sad about that, though, because I've enjoyed our online lessons. I can't believe we've done 60, but they are all on YouTube for you to go back to. I feel tired and happy. It's Friday. You love Friday. Yeah, Friday's a good one, isn't it? So, Stephen, you're feeling good, are you? And yes, I know you're number 25, so that's all good. Excellent. So that was a quick check-in, and just again, last reminder that we've got this lesson and then another 4 more, and then we're finished. So we should be finished next week. So I'll have to do something, won't I? I'll have to have like a party popper or a balloon or something, and then maybe, I don't know if I can work out how to give you an online certificate to say that you have completed Spelling with Jules lessons 1 to 60. So we might be able to try and organise something like that. Anyway, let's get on. So we did, what sound did we do yesterday? Can anybody remember? If I do the letters, I want you to say out loud the sound. So it's 2 letters, 1 sound. This will help you. So what sound is it? G, t, for goat. So the sound is G, t, O, yeah? G, O, t. So we've got a O sound. We do have this O sound as well, don't we? With an what we call an OE, so the split digraph. So the O becomes an O when you put a letter in between, like note. Okay, but this sound, it's the same sound, a different way of spelling it. So it's an O sound for goat. Okay, if I take away the G, the G, and I replace it with B, what do I get? B, O, T, boat. Yeah. If I add in an R there, and I take away the T, the T, and I put a Ch, B-R-O-Ch, brooch. Okay, that's something that we wear. So I've got a badge on my lanyard, but it could be, if it was on my shirt, you could have a brooch. Okay, what else could we do? We have a think of some others. What did we do yesterday? Should we have a little look? We did float. So F-L-O-T, float. That's all right, Ronan, no problem. Float. I'm just telling Ronan, everybody, that we've only got 4 more lessons after this. We go up to 60. So we could do a moat, or we could You could have a gloating goat. Gloat means sort of show off to people. So g-o-t, a gloating, and then we could put our suffix on. A gloating goat. And then we could put an A here, so that's a sentence. So we could have a gloating goat as a full sentence. Goat, yeah. What about goal? Score a goal. Goal, or a piece of coal. Yeah. But that has reminded me that, look, if you have a bowl, that's an O sound for bowl, but we often know that as an ow sound, don't we, for howl. So can you see how difficult it becomes? So that's howl and that's bowl. So they're pronounced differently, even though, now koala. So has it got that O sound in koala? K. It's got a K, hasn't it? I think we'll have to put it over here. Koala. So that's actually an R sound and that's an sound. Yeah, we can't see it there. So koala. It's got almost a W in it, hasn't it? So that is an OA, but not the same sound. Okay. So, hi, Chloe. Good to see you. You've already done your OO words. Well, we're not there yet. We've got to do our spelling quiz. Okay, but let's have a look. Somebody's late. Ronan's late because got lots of comments here. Where did you say? Because a woman broke down in the middle of the road, so you had to push her off the road. Wow. Okay, we've had a very exciting morning. Sasha, I'll keep your ooze until we are there. Chloe's doing 16.3 for her number. So we're going to lower that down because we do a bit of maths, don't we? Because it's under 5. So number 16 for Chloe. Good. Okay, so we've done our revision from last lesson. That's our O sound. And we have a new sound, which is oo. And I will come back to Sasha's spellings for that. But first, we're doing our spelling quiz. And it's another tricky one today. So we're looking at words that sound the same that are spelt differently depending on their meanings. So we did some of these yesterday, and we're going to repeat them because these are often ones that you don't get right. Ronan is 17.3, so again that's under 5. So I'm going to round you down to 17. Thank you. So I've got 30 for Sasha, 25 for Stephen, 16 for Chloe, and 17 for Ronan so far. Right. Okay, are you ready? Pens and paper at the ready, people? Number 1 is the word one from the number 1. Number 2 is the word one, but in a sentence, I won a competition. One. So this one, your number 1, your first spelling is number 1. One. Your second spelling is I won a competition. 1. Okay. We're going back to these tricky ones. Number 3, where am I going after this lesson? Where am I going after this lesson? Number 4, and we're going to put a suffix on this. I am wearing a red shirt or burgundy shirt with little hearts on it. Wearing. Number 5. We're going to the shops together. We're. I'm not going to tell you as much as I want to. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do with that. We're going to the shops together. We're. Number 6. Were. This is Stephen's spelling. We were going to the shops. We were going to the shops. Number 7. I have 2 phones, one for work and one for home. Number 2. 2. Number 8. I am going to the shops. 2. I am going to the shops. 2. The word 2. Number 5 was, so we've got 1. Number 1, won a competition. Where are we going? I am wearing a shirt. Number 5 was we're. We are going to the shops, as in we are, but we're going to the shops. And number 6 is were. Number 7 is the number 2. Number 8 is 2, as in I'm going to the shops. And number 9 is, it means as well as, but you can use the word to. So you say, oh, I'm going to the shops too. So I'm going to the shops too. 4 and, okay, I'll go through them in a minute. Let's just do this last one. So 10 was should. Okay, so I'll go through them all now with you very slowly. So make sure you get them all. So number 1 is the word for one. Number 2 is won, but in a competition, I won the competition. I won the race. Liverpool won the cup. Yeah, that type of one. Number 3, where. Where are you going after this spelling lesson? Number 4, I am wearing a red shirt with little hearts on. Number 5, we're going to the shops. Number 6, were. We were going to the shops. Number 7 is the number 2. Number 8 is the word to, where you say, I'm going to the shops. Number 9 is, oh, I'm going to the shops too. Too, as in as well as. And finally, number 10 is should. Okay, let's mark them, shall we? So 1, as in the number 1 is O-N-E. O-N-E. Tick and fix. So I can tick all those letters. If you didn't get them all right, make sure you fix them. Okay, number 2 is the other type of one for competition. W-O-N. Number 3 is where. So it's W-H for the W sound, and then E-R-E, where. Wearing for my shirts, so with clothes, is W-E-A-R, and then the suffix ing, wearing. How you doing? Number 5 is we're, so it's we are. So we put an apostrophe for the A and then an R-E. So we're going to the shops. It's a shortened version of we are, and you take off the A and you replace it with an apostrophe. Okay, and number 6 were. Okay, very common to get all those mixed up, those spellings. That's why I keep going over and over. Okay, then we have the number 2, which is TWO. I am going to the shops. TO. Okay, and I am going to the shops too. That means as well as. Oh, so am I. That type of 2. And that is TOO. So 3 different ways of spelling 2. 2 different ways of spelling where, and then 2 different ways of spelling were, because they mean different things. And then the final one is sh, O-U-L-D, should. How did you do? Make sure you're doing your tick and fixes. Did you get all your different 2s right? And your different were and where and where? They're always ones that pupils get mixed up with. So don't worry too much. Right, Sasha, I can find your letters now because we have a new sound. And it is ooh. Ooh. Okay, let me see yours. Seven out of 10. That's brilliant, Chloe. Don't apologise. It's much better to have mistakes in your spellings because then you're ticking and fixing. So the main thing, Chloe, are you fixing? So tick all the letters that you got right and then fix the ones that you didn't, okay? Don't apologise ever. It's good to make mistakes. If you don't make any spelling errors, then we're actually not going to learn anything. I've got to find Sasha's spellings for ooh. If you want to think of some while you're there. God, where are they, Sasha? Scroll. Oh, here we go. So we've got newspaper. Good. So we've got new. I'll throw that pen away. I'll keep using that one. New. Yeah. So you. And then newspaper. So then you can put an S on the end for news. Paper. And that's got the split digraph for the A and then the sound as well. Okay, newspaper. Typewriter. Typewriter isn't one because, and you'll probably know this, because you've got type, that's one word, and then you've got writer. So they're 2 different sounds, really, typewriter. So even though EU are together, they don't make the oo sound, okay? But we'll keep up the new. What else we got? Eyewitness is the same, I'm afraid. But News Weekly is one. And courseware is the same. So some of those have got an oo sound, some of them haven't. But excellent efforts. Let's go down and see what else we've got. Just having a look down at your new comments. 8 out of 10 for Isla. So wearing and wear, yeah, they're difficult, aren't they? Those ones. So grew. Oh dear. Oh, there they are. Grew. Yeah. So g. So we can put the g and the for grew. Good. And this one, actually, I don't know about this last bit, Stephen. But my laptop's gone a bit funny today. Hold on. Excuse me, everybody. Somehow I can't get Stephen's. We might have to keep Stephen on there. Oh no, there we go. Right. Pew. So I don't know what the other bit is, but certainly pew, P-E-U, is definitely one. Okay. Now weathering. Interestingly, Chloe has got W-E, hasn't it? But it hasn't got the oo sound. So you've really got to hear. Spelling is very much about hearing. So you need to say the word and then hear, can I hear that sound in it? Okay, so here's some from Isla. So chew, definitely, because you got ch, oo. Stew, definitely, because you got st, oo. Few, f, you. New, which is an interesting one, isn't it? Because you've got new from knowledge and new as in there, but they sound the same. But that word comes from know and knowledge. Nephew is a good one, yeah. Interview and view. Okay, lovely. Okay, I can do a few more for you. So we've got flew. Okay, I flew away. Blue, but not the color blue. The as in blow, but then the past tense of blow is blue. Okay. Crew. You got your crew. You're my crew. You're my spelling crew. Newt. Have you ever seen a newt? I think it's about newt time at the moment. Newt. Screw, as in a screw fix. Yeah. A drew, grew, stew. So lots there. So I'm going to do a sentence and then I'm going to do Sasha's sentence. Okay. So here's my sentence. And I'm going to use some of Isla's actually. So my new nephew flew in with the stork. And he grew so big that he joined our crew where we knew we would look for some newts. How's that? Okay, how are your sentences? So here we go. We've got one here. I was new to the classroom. I was called a dwarf because all others grew faster than me. I had grown a few inches, but I knew I would never see the great big view. Very good. And we've got my nephew flew away when chewing his stew. That's a goodie. Stephen, I flew to the new crew. Love it. Okay, you can carry on putting some sentences on there. And then we're going to do some more spellings again. I'm going to go back to the tricky ones we did. Do you remember when we were looking at lots of commonly misspelt words? Okay, so we're going to go back to those for ones that we haven't done. These 5 are tricky. Okay, so I want you to do these 5. Learn them, and I'm going to quiz you on them tomorrow with some more. Okay, but just to check, I'll tell you what we didn't do actually with the oo sounds. Can you think of any others that have got the oo sound? So I can give you one. That's also an oo sound, isn't it? Oo. So O-U-G-H can sometimes be oo. Also, though, as we talked about before, if you take the T and H off, that then becomes an uff sound for rough. Okay, so that can be put in the box there, because sometimes you give me ones, don't you? And I put them in there, but I haven't had many. We've got the other word for that. So blue, we've got this blue as well. So that's an oo sound at the end there for the colour blue, B-L-U-E. Yeah, so there are other oo sounds that you might want to think about. Right. Okay. Are you ready for our 5-a-day keeps the spelling demons away? Okay. So these are all our kind of words that lots of people, adults and children and young people, teenagers, spell incorrectly. They've done a study Okay. Oh, we've got another sentence here. Oh, kind of a sentence I think you're telling us as well. My dad saw a newt in the pond and he caught it while I blew the new bubbles and they flew through the sky. Very lovely. I like that one. Okay, number 1. Okay, very miscommon spelling for this one. It's the word coming. So I'm coming round to your house right now. Okay. So I'm coming now, and we'll look at why we spell that incorrectly. So look, this is the word come. Okay, but because it's got this vowel sound here, the O, and it's one syllable, and there's a consonant here, we take off the E and we add ing. So coming, you lose the E on the end of it. Okay. Number 2. Completely. Now this is slightly different because that's a suffix, isn't it? An ing. Okay, so complete. So the word complete is like that. And to add an ly suffix, you don't need to knock off the E. You just add it on. So again, what some people do, they knock the E off when they do, but then it becomes completely. Okay, because this makes the pli sound. So completely. All right. So this one you knock the E off. This one you don't. But the word come before you add the suffix is a 1 syllable and complete is a 2 syllable. All right. Ronan's got a sentence. I went down to the classroom and sit down reading a newspaper. Very good, to read it. Then the teacher comes along to tell me to read it outside, and I did not go outside to read it. Okay, very good. Number 3. Now, definite. Okay, and the only way I can remember how to spell this is by saying definite. Okay, we say definitely, but then I start spelling it definitely, but it's definitely. Okay, so if you think of the word finite first, so you have infinite, don't you? We know that from Infinity Wars and things. So infinity means from to infinity and beyond. So finite actually means there's a finish. Okay, so that's your word finite. Okay, so that would stop me saying definitely. And then from this word finite, we can put in a prefix. So a suffix is an ing or an ly. A prefix is the bit that you put at the beginning. Okay, and then, like completely, I can then add an ly. Okay, so definitely, even though we say definitely. Yeah, that's how I have to remember to spell it. Because I used to spell it with an A there, where the other I is. So when I was doing my ticking and fixing, I'd have to fix the A and turn it into an I. Okay, see if you can remember that one for tomorrow. But if you like Infinity Wars or Toy Story with infinity and beyond, that will help you as well. Because you can think about infinity, on and on and on, forever, finite, finished. And that's why it's definitely. Okay. Number 4 is disappear. So again, we've got the word appear. So it's app, 2 P's like app, and then ear, E-A-R. Okay, and then we're going to add. So we're not going to add duh, our prefix, because it's dis up here. So then how do we spell dis? Only ever 1 S. So duh, dis appear. And then you could, if you wanted, you could add a suffix at the end, so it's disappeared. Or you could add an ing, disappearing. Disappearing. Yeah. So good. So disappear is 1 S because it's the prefix. And the prefix for dis doesn't have 2 S's. Okay. It's 2 P's because of the word appear. And then if you want to, you can add in ed or ing for disappearing. Not quite 2 seconds for the final one. 5 is finally. A bit like finite, isn't it? Because we're finishing. Finish, finally, finite. Finally. So we've got the word final with 1 L, and then we have to add another L, Y for the suffix. Finally, time's up. So I'm going to test you on those on Monday. So make sure you learn them, okay? See you Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.